Hi Ahmed, welcome to your first ever essay correction. My name's Andrew. I work at IELTSpodcast.com with Ben and the others here. What we tend to do with these initial essay corrections is just try to offer you some general guidance and advice. As you probably know, in IELTS there are 4 scoring areas for academic writing. Your first area is task and achievement. It measures how well and appropriately you responded to the question. Just generally speaking, how well did you do it? Coherence and cohesion comes next, which measures not only the flow between your sentences, but the structure of your paragraphs and how you lay out your ideas. Lexical Resource comes next, which is a measure of your vocabulary, but not just how much you know, how appropriately and accurately you use it. Precision is very important, as well as a little bit of style and some flexibility. Then obviously grammatical range and accuracy. Really, this consideration is about the number of errors that you make. Normally these errors come in things like articles, prepositions and pronouns, and reducing these small errors in syntax is imperative for scoring over a level 7. So that's sort of the aim with multiple essay corrections, is to get you to spot your own errors. And that's exactly what we do as part of our sentence guide course. You can find the details of our course in the email. So if you would like to receive a total of 8 essay corrections, do follow that link. But until then, let's see if we can offer you some starting points, some places to work on. So I can already see that the structure of your essay is a little bit here and there. What we would expect from an essay like this is an introduction, a body paragraph number 1, a body paragraph number 2, and a conclusion. Why is that? Because the question asks whether international marketing is invasive and intrusive, or whether it's economically necessary. So there are only 2 ideas there. We need to explore this, as well as how we feel about them, what we believe about them. So the very first thing we do is introduce the idea of the essay. So there is no doubt that these days international marketing is becoming very popular. So that's actually quite clear. I would make that a little bit more precise and say it can be increasingly seen that international marketing is gaining popularity. However, whether international marketing has a negative impact on the world, so we should say, however, whether international marketing has a negative or positive impact on the world continues to be a controversial issue in the world today. In this essay, I'm going to examine this phenomenon from both viewpoints. Excellent. So with my suggestions there, that becomes a really good introduction. I'd say on the one hand, there are people who argue that the benefits of international marketing considerably outweigh the disadvantages. Good. The main reason for believing this is the expansion of the companies can result in high quality blah 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 blah. So we've not got any punctuation in here. I need to see some full stops. I need to see some sentences separated. The main reason for believing this is the economic growth that results in increased product quality the world over. For example, the Nike company provides sports shoes and clothing. I would say provides activewear or sporting clothes. Do you mean standards? I don't know what this means. Standards is to have high standards, to have high principles, but standards is not a word. Full stop here. Moreover, it is also possible to say that it helps the companies, or that it assists the companies to build a solid reputation. Full stop. One good illustration of this is Microsoft, which is well known around the world for high standards products. Yeah, but I want your thoughts on the matter. At this point, at the end of a paragraph, where we're supposed to be summarizing our idea. I want your thoughts on the matter. So in a paragraph, we have about 4 sentences. We introduce the idea, we expand into it slightly, we then support our statement, and we explain it at the end. 1 idea, 4 sentences. I feel that here we're beginning to add extra information to our paragraph that doesn't need to be there. And then we would begin the second paragraph. On the other hand, it is often argued that in fact international marketing can change the culture of a country. Yes, or can result in cultural erosion. People often have this opinion because wherever a fast food restaurant chain open, changes to the food culture can be witnessed shortly afterwards. A second point is that, or I'd say additionally, or moreover is better at this point. Additionally, larger, more successful brands may push out or collapse local businesses. In some countries, shops such as H&M have already forced smaller clothes shops to close due to the fact that they cannot compete. Stay away from stuff like this. We want your essay to be factual. Let's not delve into too much opinion. And I don't want to know what you tend to believe. I want to know what you do believe. I tend to believe essentially means I sometimes believe, I sometimes don't believe. However, I believe that. Make a firmer statement. At this point, you supposedly have given enough examples and rationale to give a very firm statement here, and I would expect that. So don't say I tend to believe, say I believe that. So your biggest gains here could be made by introducing some additional structure to your essays, making sure that you use the 4-sentence structure to express one idea in a paragraph, and that using your intro and conclusion, you summarize those ideas to bring them together into one whole argument. Now, obviously, you've probably noticed that in order to really make some real progress on this sort of work, we need to repetitively correct work over and over again. Only this way can you really learn how to correct your own mistakes. In this very email, there is a link to our full sentence guide course, where you will receive instruction on how to produce excellent academic writing with 8 essay corrections like this one as part of that from me. But until that point, it's been great reading your work. Have a wonderful day, Ahmed, and I will see you later. Bye-bye now.